Hi all, this is Stephanie from Keeper of the Home. I'm coming to you on a beautiful summer afternoon outside of one of my favorite coffee shops. And I just want to answer for you a reader question that I thought seemed really relevant with summer coming up, kids out of school, and everybody starting to head off on various vacations. So here's the question. How do you handle situations where you know you'll be eating at someone else's home and the home you are eating at does not eat whole foods? I'm trying to get my family on a more whole food, healthy food diet. But when we are out at friends or relatives, we are served regular food. What do you do when in these situations? Well, I think it's a really great question and one that we definitely do need to address when we're going to be perhaps staying at a family's home for a week in the summer, when we're going to be out at a cabin with other friends and families. And I have a few different ideas. The first is that sometimes it's appropriate to just bring your own food. If you're in a situation like camping or sharing a cabin or something like that, usually each family will bring their own food. So that's kind of an easier situation, but you can also bring your own food when you're staying at somebody's home. It really depends. You're going to have to really feel that out and know whether it's going to cause offense or any inconvenience to your host. And you definitely want to be very sensitive to that. But there are ways that you can do it. One idea is breakfast. It tends to be a much more casual meal in many homes. So it can often be appropriate for you to bring something of your own, like some fresh fruit or some free-range eggs that you'd like to cook up to serve to your own family. Always be willing, have enough to offer to the to hosts where you're staying or other people who are staying with you. But you know that can often be a really great way to get some good foods in, at least to start your day. Another good option is snacks. You can bring your own homemade bars or muffins. You could do nuts and dried fruit. You could go and get some fresh fruit and vegetables. When I arrive somewhere to stay for a little while, I often go to the grocery store or to a market when I arrive just so that I can pick up some things to have for our family and again, have enough to share with others. So that's one idea. A second idea would be offer to help with the cooking. It's a rare person that would say no thank you when you offer to help. You could offer to make one meal a day. You could do lunch every day or do dinner every day. Or maybe you could offer to help prepare the meals. You could make a salad every night for dinner, or you could just pitch in some way. When you're involved in the cooking, that gives you more of a say in what's being made, not always. And again, it's a sensitivity issue. You really need to just be thoughtful, be aware of your hosts, be aware of their own eating tastes and their preferences and their style of cooking, because you definitely don't want to go and make some a homemade lentil soup and some huge dark green leafy salad for people that are used to eating processed foods, because they're not going to be able to eat it very easily either. So, so again, definitely be sensitive to what they're going to be eating. But it's always worth offering to see if somebody is staying in my home and they offer to help with the food. It would be very rare for me to say no. I love help in the kitchen. And I would say the last and probably the most important thing is no matter where you are, no matter what you're being served, accept it with graciousness. When you're a guest in someone else's home, even if they don't eat the way that you do, just accept it, thankfully. We have certain things that our family prefers not to eat, but when we're served those in another home, we always eat them. Unless it's a true food allergy and something that we really can't eat for very specific health reasons, we never turn down anything. We never say a word about the kind of food that we eat compared to what we're being served. We always just thank them, we enjoy the meal, we take seconds, we'll eat dessert if we're offered, we always just accept whatever we're given. And I think one of the most important things to keep in mind is that people are always more important than food, relationships are more important than nutrition, and the goal of your vacation and your stay is hopefully to enjoy your relationships, to nurture those relationships, and to have a really good time. So when you're getting into the issues of what foods are being eaten, that can really, it can definitely cause offense, it can cause hurt feelings, and you just don't want that. You want to make the time that you have together about the people and about the relationship. So, you know, the biggest thing I would say is just go with it. One meal, one day, 1 or 2 weeks, it's not going to do any major harm. And ultimately, we trust that God is in control of everything that we eat anyways. So, those are my suggestions for eating in sort of unfamiliar situations. And I hope that you have wonderful travels this summer. I'd love to hear about the vacations that you're going on, and also I'd love to hear about how your family deals with those situations and what type of things you do to make the best of them. So thanks for watching, everyone. Happy summer, happy traveling.